We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago White Sox. With the postseason just around the corner, the battle for the division reaches a fever pitch coming up next. Dallas Keuchel, a left-hander out of Oklahoma, will be on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the main issues is he wants to limit the amount of walks. Walked 4 in his last start, and that's a little bit too many for a starting pitcher. He's going to need much better control if he expects to pitch better in this one.
Coming to the plate now, Omar Vizquel, as he begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League.
What a terrific season this guy's having. Up near the leaders in batting average, without a doubt the highest average and the best hitter on this team.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
I mean, that is the epitome of just a beautiful bunt right there. Putting it in no man's land. No play to be made. Beats it out. Puts himself on the base paths, and now he's a stolen base threat.
Now at the plate, Kenny Lofton. He carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play.
This guy can do just about everything when he's in the lineup. In the top 5 in the league in runs scored, and he's a big part of this offense. So there's more to this guy than just swinging the bat. He can get on base too.
The 1-1.
Count is 2-1.
Keuchel has worked his way through more than 1,500 career innings and hangs an ERA just a little over 3.5. Vizquel gets his lead at first, nobody out. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. Larry Doby is on deck. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Popped him up. Moncada's there for it, and there's one gone.
Batting third, the left fielder, Larry Doby.
Set to get his evening at the plate started. Larry Doby batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. Throw over to the bag. Runner back safely. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing, and he pops him up. And that'll get down for a base hit.
That can't bother you too bad, Dan, right there. Power guy at the plate, and you're able to get in his kitchen.
Boy, that's a tough one to swallow, right? These big, strong guys, they like to get their arms extended. That wasn't that bad of a pitch, but he's just so strong that he's able to muscle that into the outfield grass.
In now, Franmil Reyes. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Garcia is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
That is it. The third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Ready now, Jose Ramirez. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
Ramirez swings, and this one's hit well to left. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, so a milestone here. And even 50 home runs on the year now, and the Indians move in front now 3-0.
Oh, man, it's so rare to see a guy put up 50 dingers in a season, especially in recent years. Well, he just did. It's been incredible to watch. What a season.
To the plate now, Francisco Lindor. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Garcia is under this one. As he puts this one away, the side is retired. Indians hang a crooked number thanks to this 3-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up. It's 3-0 in favor of the Tribe. Shane Bieber, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Hit in the air down the right field line. Long run for the right fielder. He's there and records the first out.
Batting center, the center fielder, number 9.
Into the box now, Minnie Minoso, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Gloved by Santana, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Frank Thomas.
Settling in now, Frank Thomas. He did his part yesterday afternoon as he cashed in with 3 hits in the losing effort. 1-2 to Frank Thomas.
1-2.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. On now to the top half of inning number 2. It's the Indians 3 and the White Sox nothing. New inning set to get underway, and set to go is the veteran first baseman Carlos Santana.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Fouled off. Now another 1-2. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
Stepping in now, Delino DeShields. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Minoso comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2.
Batting 9, the catcher, number 55, Roberto Perez.
Now at the plate, Roberto Perez, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Slider misses, and he's in danger of losing him here. 3-1.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Anderson brings it in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Indians go down 1, 2, 3, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, Jose Abreu. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
2-1 the count to the White Sox first baseman. Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty B. I think one of the toughest things, D-Row, is to keep playing with this sense of urgency. It looks like they're playoff bound, but the thing is, you need to keep going and not take your foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, you need to be rewarded for the marathon. And that's exactly what this team has done. They've already clinched a playoff berth, and now they get ready for the sprint. Try and find a way to get healthy, but not lose focus.
Full count, 3-2. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
Ready now for the White Sox, Leury Garcia. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Now the 1-1 pitch.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
High in the air and deep to straightaway left. A ball that's tarrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting 6, the right fielder, Luis Robert.
Into the box, Luis Robert. He's a guy hoping to finish strong in the season's final month. Definitely in the discussion for Rookie of the Year honors. Ready with the payoff pitch. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. Right fielder coming on. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Batting 7, the third baseman, Yoan Moncada.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import Yoan Moncada. So we check out how he did in August versus how he's finishing off the season down the stretch here in September. 2 out with the man at first. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. So they pick up no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll go now to the top of the third. Cleveland's out in front, 3-0. Digging in the switch hitter, Omar Vizquel. He'll begin things here against Dallas Keuchel. Liner toward right center. And that's in for a base hit, his second in his many trips to the plate. So he's aboard again with his second hit of the game here in the top of the third. And we'll bring up our Indians leaderboard to confirm for you that he currently leads the team in that category. At the plate now, Kenny Lofton, 3-2 to the Indian center fielder.
Gotta believe that runner from first is going to be in motion, especially in this situation. As an offensive player, just hit something hard because those defenders are going to be moving.
And the payoff pitch. And he popped him up. Anderson into shallow center, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Larry Doby.
In now, Larry Doby. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. One and one, here it comes. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Throw over to first. Runner at first here, one man out.
Runner!
Vizquel's off and running. Pitch outside. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
The 3-2 pitch. And the runner's breaking for third. Oh, look at the sliding stop in the dirt. And, oh, he can't quite dig it out. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Runners at the corners here with one gone in the inning. And here's Franmil Reyes stepping in. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. The 1-2 gets him looking. Strike 3.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
Into the box now, Jose Ramirez. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around to score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Row. There's not much you can do. Listen, there are physical and there are mental errors, and you just have to, as a pitcher, go ahead and look past that now and try to pick up your teammate and try to get it out any way you can.
So now to the plate, Francisco Lindor. Again, he sends it out of play. The 1-2.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make or break moment in this game. When you're playing a first place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Just hung in there on that one. Takes this the other way to right. And that is down for extra bases, as this will get one home and maybe two, as he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
Yeah, and when a pitching coach goes to the mound this early, he's probably just looking to reset the pitcher's mindset, get him to forget about the negative and give him something positive to focus on. We'll see if he responds.
So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Michael Kopech is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Michael Kopech.
Here's Carlos Santana now. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Three and one.
Here's the game within the game. You have a better matchup on deck. You got a 3-1 count in this situation. Don't be afraid to put him on base and attack the next guy.
And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Now batting, the second baseman, Delino.
At the plate, Delino DeShields, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. And this is low, ball 2, 2-1. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And this could be trouble now. It's 3-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
The 3-1 pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
The catcher, number 55.
Stepping in, Roberto Perez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. A 1-1. His fastball taken high for a ball. 3 runs already home here. Upper part of the strike zone, a dangerous pitch with the changeup, but he laid off.
Everything this guy throws is hard. That changeup he throws is in the high 80s to go along with that good heater.
Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the bases loaded jam. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Indians on top, 6-0. Stepping up to the plate, James McCann. And you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And it's fouled away. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
It's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in on the inner half of the plate right there. You can get some pretty ugly swings.
At the plate, Yolmer Sanchez. Way inside with that one, a pretty easy take there. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Shortstop, Tim Anderson.
Into the box, Tim Anderson. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Here's the center fielder. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the 4th inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring up one of the all-time shortstops, Omar Vizquel. The 1-1. Yanked high and deep down the line in right, and it's a foul ball. Now a swing and a fly ball, and it's a foul ball. The 1-2. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Robert is over near the stands as he makes the catch for the first down.
The center fielder, number 7, Kenny Lofton.
Ready for another shot now, Kenny Lofton. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. The 2-2. Now a flare out toward right center. Sanchez onto the grass. He can't get there as it falls in. So he'll reach base with 1 out here in the 4th. And with that, let's check out the league leaderboard in hits. And as you can see, he's right up there, 4th in the AL in that category. In now, Larry Doby. In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
I got to count 2-2.
He waits, now the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
I like how he worked him backwards for that strikeout there. He wasn't showing the fastball early in the at-bat, but then went back-to-back once he had the hitter down in the count.
Standing in now, Franmil Reyes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. In to score is the runner from first. It's 7-0.
With that hard double, you get a glimpse to see why this guy is a legitimate MVP candidate this season. Whenever he gets a chance to produce, he seems like he takes advantage of it. Great example there.
At the plate now, Jose Ramirez. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it, the side is retired. A run for the Indians on the RBI double. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Indians 7 and the White Sox nothing. Up next for Chicago, Minnie Minoso. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here now the 2-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Into the box now, Frank Thomas. Hit hard back up the middle, and the White Sox have their first hit of the game.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
At the plate, Jose Abreu.
Nope, that's the ball.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Hit down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. From the stretch, and he fouls this one off. Runners on first with 1 down. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. DeShields takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down.
The batter, the left fielder, Leori Garcia.
Now at the plate, Leori Garcia flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. The 2-1 will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
He's set, and the payoff pitch. A swing and a miss for the 3rd strike as he went after what would have been ball 4. Instead, the inning is over. A man left for the White Sox. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. All set for the start of the inning. That'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop and perennial MVP candidate Francisco Lindor.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. GM's dream right here.
On deck, Carlos Santana. Slapped hard the opposite way. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Wow, he almost made a heck of a play in left.
Yeah, Matty, you can't fault the left fielder there. You'll see he makes a tremendous effort, but he just can't haul it in, and it gets past him for an extra base hit. Like the effort, though.
Stepping in now, Carlos Santana. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
The 1-2.
Nope, outside.
Full count now, 3-2. Fouled away. Another full count pitch home is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Well, you got to love a live young arm. He's got an electric fastball, and if he can learn to harness that and work in his solid secondary stuff, he's going to have a really nice career on the mound. Not everyone is gifted with a fastball like that.
Into the box, Delino DeShields, and a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
The 3-1, and that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
The catcher, number 55, Roberto.
So coming to the plate, Roberto Perez. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
The 2-1 on its way. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
3-1, here it is. And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news? A single probably drives in a couple of runs.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Omar Vizquel. He flew out in his last at-bat. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. A line shot to third base.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kenny Lofton.
Into the box now, Kenny Lofton. He singled his last time up. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. 7 runs, 9 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Now batting, left fielder, Larry.
Striding into the box, Larry Doby. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
You know, Matty, tough to go down looking right there, especially in a long at bat. I kind of tip my hat to the fact that he didn't go into uber swing mode. He battled. He just got locked up. Look for him to have another quality AB. I think he's seeing the ball pretty darn big right now.
The 3-2 pitch. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. And that is off the wall. 1 run scores. Now the third man has scored.
When you mess with the bull, you expect to get the horns, right? Bases loaded and they challenge him, which is obviously a huge mistake, and he nearly blasts a grand slam. Lucky for them, it's only a double, so 3 runs come across the score, and he stands at second, 3 RBIs richer.
Number 45 takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch.
Number 45.
Standing in now, Franmil Reyes. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2. 4 runs here in this half inning. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Here now the 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. Sanchez is there. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Indians lead it 11-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Stepping up now, Luis Robert.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Now a bouncing ball for the shortstop Lindor. And there's one down now.
Now batting, third baseman, Yoan Moncada.
So here's Yoan Moncada looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, Sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
The catcher, number 33, James McCann.
Digging in to try it again, James McCann. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
The 1-2 is up at the letters, but he gets the call. Strike three. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. They trail in this one 11-0. Top half of the sixth about to get started, and next will be the switch-hitting third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably.
And he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Yeah, it was a great battle there, and he was one strike away from putting him away. As a pitcher, you hate to put a guy on for free after all that work.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Center fielder on the run. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
So now Carlos Santana. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
Here's a look over to first. And it froze him, and they got him.
Decisions like that have to be made knowing who you've got at the plate. This guy can put one over the fence no problem, so that wasn't very smart baseball.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Lifted in the air out to left field. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Nothing doing for the Indians there, but they lead it 11-0. Digging in, Yolmer Sanchez. He'll get things started here in the second half of the sixth. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The 1-2. Fouled off. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Well, he's really been good all game long until that one. He was definitely not trying to hit a guy when he's got 2 strikes on him. It just appeared that it got away from it.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Tim Anderson. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. The 1-1 pitch. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing this one back. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Number 35 now on the season, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind.
Yeah, it's a long season with a lot of peaks and valleys, but he's getting hot here in September. That bodes well for him and his team as things crank up in October. We'll see if he can stay hot when it matters the most.
To the plate now, Minnie Minoso. Count all the way full to the White Sox center fielder.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
No outs, nobody on. High in the air into shallow left center. Doby comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Frank Thomas.
So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Frank Thomas. The 3-1 pitch. And the one thing you can say about Thomas is that his sense of the strike zone is as good as anyone's as he coaxes out of base on balls.
And you can tell by his body language that he's beyond frustrated by that call. He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. That will only make things worse.
At the plate, Jose Abreu. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
2-2 now.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Still only one out in the inning. Hit on the ground out to short. Bare-handed for 1. Back to first, but he heard the footsteps that time, and the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that return throw to first there, and he threw it away. They got to force at second, and the runner didn't advance, so it'll just be scored a fielder's choice.
At the plate, Leury Garcia. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2.
You know, he was really pounding the strike zone early on, but he's kind of gotten away from that here a bit. He might just need a little reminder to attack hitters and trust his stuff.
A runner on first with 2 away. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Turned on down the line, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Ready once again, Delino DeShields comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
The catcher, number 55, Roberto Perez.
Digging in now, Roberto Perez. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Into the box now, Omar Vizquel. Hit hard on the ground to second. Sanchez is up with it, and there's out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kenny Lofton.
Striding in, Kenny Lofton, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. From the stretch. Soft liner towards short. In a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Indians leave 1, and it remains an 11-2 ball game. Digging in, Luis Robert, 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Another 1-2 delivery. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. He'll throw down to first, 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman.
Digging in, Yohan Moncada, 0 for 2 for him to this point. Now the 2-1. Popped him up. Perez over to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, catcher, James McCann.
So digging in now, James McCann. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates. One and 2 to the White Sox catcher.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Here's the 1-2 delivery. High in the air out towards shallow right. Reyes is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Down in order go the White Sox. That won't help much. It's 11-2. Jay Spry enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
57. Jay Spry.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Larry Doby. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Breaking ball called just a bit low. Fry has seen his role change with those one-batter lefty specialists going the way of the dodo as a part of MLB's pace of play initiatives. Lifted down the line in left. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. And here's a curveball that's laid off that time. It's full 3-2. Hit hard but fouled to the left, and they'll try it again. Once again, a 3-2. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
The right fielder, number 32, Ronil.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Franmil Reyes. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And he misses again, ball 3.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is 1 pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Nobody out, runner on first. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Anderson ranging into the outfield. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our 2 starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. In now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. All even now, 2-2. From the stretch. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 2nd home run of the game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Oh, and that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort, but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
At the plate now, Francisco Lindor hits this one hard the other way, and that gets through a base hit. He's 3 for 5.
Now batting, the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
In now, Carlos Santana. Bat explodes as this has popped up, and he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
The batter, number 1.
And here's the 2nd-generation big leaguer Delino DeShields. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. 2 out with the man at first. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. From the stretch. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Here's another 2-2. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
Wow, these guys are really grinding out their at-bats in this one. They're not making any outs easy to get, and that, of course, is having a huge impact on the pitch count.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Cleveland's out in front, 13-2. Nick Whitgren is on now out of the bullpen as he'll make his 70th appearance so far this year.
Nick Whitgren.
Now at the plate, Yolmer Sanchez. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
Santana's got it, and he'll step on first himself for the out. And there are the final numbers for the Indian starter. He was great all night long.
Hey, what a great job of mixing speeds and mixing up his pitches. 2 hits allowed in this one. Dominant performance.
Into the box, Tim Anderson. 2-1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter. Here's the 2-1 home.
Ball 3.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
Swing and a line drive. Foul. 1 out, nobody on. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Stepping in now, Minnie Minoso. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2. Here it is. Swing and a line drive. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
They haven't had much luck so far tonight, so they'll definitely take that extra base hit. It only takes 1, so maybe they can string together a few and get back into this thing.
So now to the plate, Frank Thomas.
1 ball.
A ball and 2 strikes. This is popped up. Santana in foul ground. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. MLB Network is back on the south side after this. Cody Hoyer comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
65. Cody Hoyer.
All set to start the 9th in this one, and now it'll be the catcher, Roberto Perez. The 1-1 home.
2-1.
Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Here now the 2-2.
We got full count.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off a plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
Well, he's a youngster. You can see he's a little nervous out there. Some people call it butterflies, but to him it probably feels like pterodactyls are flying around in his gut. Going to be interesting to see if he can settle down here.
Next for the Indians is the designated hitter, Omar Vizquel. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Here now the 2-2. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
The center fielder, number 7, Kenny Lofton.
Digging in once again, Kenny Lofton. He's 1 for 4 for the game. The 1-1. A swing and a ground ball to third. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled away. He'll try again. 1-2. This is pulled into right. Robert is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Up next for Cleveland, the left fielder, Larry Doby.
So striding in, Larry Doby. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Lofted in the air out to right field. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. The Indians on top, 13-2. So here's Jose Abreu starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
One and one, here it comes. Hot shot down the line. And there's one away.
Now batting, the left fielder, Leori Garcia.
Now to the plate, Leori Garcia. Lifetime versus this pitcher. He's a .333 hitter. Can't catch the corner away with the fastball. It's 2-1. Now here it comes. Fouled off. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
The White Sox down to their last strike. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
And obviously this guy's a double threat up there. He can run and he can go yard too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he can take you out of the yard.
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
That is just a great at bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them, and that never say die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yohan Moncada. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, this one's going to upset him for a little bit. You make the pitcher work the way he did right there, and that's the end result. That one sticks with you for a while.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. 3-1. James McCann would be next. The 3-1. A bouncer up the middle. Scooped up. And the Indians are off to the postseason, champions of the AL Central.
Well, you always want to be playing good baseball when you head into the postseason, and they get a win here on the final day of the season. They have to be feeling good about their team and their chances moving forward.
13-2 is the rather one-sided final tally. The Indians, with their 97th win, tops in the division. Shane Bieber records his 14th winning decision of the season as he finishes 7 innings with only 2 hits allowed. Dallas Keuchel couldn't work out of the 3rd inning, taking the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 29 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Guaranteed Rate Field, 40,615. The White Sox thank you for attending and encourage you to buckle up and please drive home safely.